Swing is in the air, that swingy little thing is in the air, and every little
to go and have, it would be like having an affair with someone else if I went.
swing is in the air.
There's a substance, it's a strange thing. This strange thing that grows out of your body continuously. Well, not
Like
forever.
Mr.
I don't think you can do that on the first date.
People do tend to put their trust in you, and
It's quite a sexy thing, hair. If you're good service, we're always happy. What you see is what you get with us, I think. So I think they enjoy that, and they come here and they relax.
And everything is okie dokie, positively
My mum discovered Really Smarts when it first opened, and so then she suggested that I come, and also my sister. And so I think we've got all three been coming for about 20 years, or however long it's been.
I have worked here 13 years.
God, it's going to make me sound so old when I tell you how long I've been coming here. Probably 25 years.
Nearly 9 years, I think. Yeah, I'm a lifer now, I think. So.
Oh, must be 20 years.
20 odd years. I think it was pretty much when they first opened.
20 years ago.
7 years now.
15 years now, and I love it.
Great, yeah, I love it here.
Yeah, very exciting.
I love it because I think it's like no other place I've ever worked.
Because I'm happy here. I enjoy it.
Paul's a good boss to work for, so I wouldn't go anywhere else.
It must be because they enjoy working here, isn't it? I mean, it's like a family. It really is like a family.
And everybody seems to get on with each other, and it's like a big family.
They stick around. That is the other reason why I had to have a second shop, because they won't go. They train them. They sometimes go and work elsewhere, but usually it's abroad, and then they come back.
I went to New Zealand, Australia, Southeast Asia, and all my clients waited for me, and then I come back and I've got them all back again. So that's really good. Yeah. So they are very loyal to me.
I've been going ever since, and I even had to travel all the way from Islington to Clapham Common when I used to live there.
I now live in Maida Vale, so I come all the way from there.
I live in Suffolk now.
That's a long way to come.
Yes.
It's Paul, really. I mean, he's such a great hairdresser, colourer, cut.
I tried a few hairdressers in Suffolk, and I had a few disasters.
I once went somewhere else, and it was such a disaster that I had to come get it all done again.
And I thought, better the devil you know, really.
He's a great mate, you know, I mean, he's a good laugh. And the whole atmosphere of the salon is...
It's hard to describe. It's the opposite to Precious.
I think the salon has that atmosphere about it where it creates ease for the clients.
The atmosphere.
a relaxed atmosphere here.
Relaxed.
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 That's the word.
Lots of other places have a much more kind of structured way of doing things, and that really works, I think, for some people. But I think we're possibly more rebellious than that, or we like to think so.
It's really nice. It's friendly. It's professional. It's very cool. You have good music. Yeah.
There's an ethos of paying the staff properly and everyone pays tax. You know, there's a kind of rigour to the establishment that means that he also has staff that are here for a long time. So there's not a feeling of kind of going in and people don't know who you are.
Maitre d', I'd like to think of myself.
So the staff have known the clients for as long as, you know.
Meet and greeter.
It's laid back and everyone's very friendly and...
To put people at ease, I think it's been my natural self. I think it's how you are talking to people. I think it's looking in the eyes and just being welcoming and friendly, but I've not with the American sort of side to it. Like, hi, how are you today? Anything like that. You know, I think genuine and just to sort of like make them feel as soon as they walk through the door that it's a place to be.
I can't think of anywhere else where the atmosphere is such fun.
So I'm very relaxed for him to have fun as well,
And so I just say, just do it.
Do whatever you feel like. So depending on the day, Paul will decide what he feels like doing with my hair. So
I don't think you can do that on the first date. But then this sort of relationship builds up.
Well, it becomes a friendship, and then it would be disloyal to go and have. It would be like having an affair with someone else if I went and had my hair cut with anyone but Paul. So.
I've had my hair cut by quite a lot of different members of staff there. But it doesn't matter who's cut your hair, you always walk out with a good haircut.
A good cut and a good colour.
Did you get it?
Every time.
How do you think they feel, the customers, before they come to have their hair cut?
Well, I hope they're not nervous, because there's nothing to be nervous about.
Some people say occasionally they're more nervous than going to the dentist.
Well, I've always said to the staff that they have to remember that it's our domain, and the customers may not be used to it, so they have to help them along.
But I think some people really look forward to it and like that, the feeling of, you kind of, my last client that I just did said at the end, I feel lifted now. That's what you go for, I think. That's the ultimate aim. Yeah.
Why is hair so important to people?
It's quite a sexy thing, hair, if you've got the right hair. And you can...
If my hair's not good, I'll look in the mirror and I'll be very depressed.
It can be quite dramatic if it's awful. So yeah.
I think it's one of those things that you can kind of change about yourself when you can't change anything else, or you can hide behind when you can't hide by anything else.
If you don't like your hair, you're not going to be who you are.
We always like to look our best when we go out, so...
if you look after your hair, it kind of is an indication that you look after the rest of yourself, I think.
I tend to spend a lot of time doing my hair every day.
Yeah, it can be a kind of crowning glory or a shield, I think.
For me, it's sort of feeling and emotion, and for me it's a direct expression of how I feel on a day-to-day basis.
It's what makes us strong, isn't it?
Samson with his hair, his strength goes in his hair.
Because it's their crown and glory.
Yeah, I expect, it's been a very strong thing.
And has been throughout history.
Always, isn't it? You look at the Egyptians, and that look.
And Marie Antoinette.
Bing! Fabulous.
And so what, in your eyes, makes a good hairdresser?
Someone that sees your face shape and will tell you if the haircut isn't going to suit you.
I talk to them about it and just make them feel good about themselves again, really.
Ability, I think, is very high on the list.
Patience and a sense of humour. And a few technical skills.
We always make sure someone's happy, and if someone's not happy with something, we will change it.
I think that if you give what you want to receive, then you're going to get the best results, aren't you?
The communication between two people, what's being said and what's not being said.
You can find if a client wants to talk back, or if not, they yes or no answers, so you kind of leave them be. But if you get more of a comeback from them, you carry on going.
Yeah, it was really funny a few years ago. Paul, who is a bit off the wall, asked me, do you want the speaking or the non-speaking seat? Which, it's just a little joke, but it's one of those things which they do.
I find that's why people come back here, because they feel that we're approachable and they can come back if they want to.
I come back from university and I always get my hair cut. Yeah, so it's always been such a nice environment to be around.
Could you tell me your relationship to Paul?
He's my father. Yeah.
So have you always grown up sort of,
Yeah. We used to come here every day after school and sit down, hang around talking to people and stuff like that. So I've always been really involved. We're always here. I've got two other sisters. Yeah, so it's always been such a nice environment to be around.
It's quite a buzz, isn't it? There's lots of stuff going on. It's quite fashionable. And of course you have the Common.
When he first opened in Clapham Common 20 odd years ago, Clapham Common was very much an up-and-coming, quite arty, quite trendy place where things were happening and there were lots of people who were going to make it happen. And so that was reflected in the salon. It was quite an off-the-wall place where nothing was crazy enough really, and whatever you wanted to do could be done. But since then, Clapham Common has become quite established, and there are lots of people with a bit of money and with proper careers almost, and so the artiness has sort of moved on and elsewhere. And now he's opened, or actually a few years ago, he opened in Crystal Palace, which in a funny way is again that sort of place, you know, up and coming, not very expensive yet, but a lot of young and creative people have flocked into the area, and that's where he is, again, right in the center of where the people with the dreams of that are going to be making it happen are right now. And that's what he tends to do. He tends to open his shops just in those areas where you can feel it brewing, but it's not quite happened yet.
The secret of the success: madness, insanity, laid back, casual, lively, friendly. It's a whole heap of things, but it's a very unique place, and I think it shows in the kind of the longevity of the people that work here and the clientele as well.
And of course you have Aveda now.
Aveda. They say Aveda.
Aveda. Which are great products.
What makes Aveda such a great product?
It's plant-based. It's very, very kind to the hair.
It always wins prizes for being the most ecologically sound and environmentally friendly and all those kind of things. I think the products are slightly different. They certainly smell like they're made from real things rather than chemicals.
And the tones look more natural. They don't fade as much. And they just don't have this tinge that they have in other colours where it looks like the hair is coloured. We can achieve it so that, you know, you couldn't tell someone had a hair colour.
Well, I think we might have been one of the first people to use Aveda colours in this country. And the range has grown and grown, and they have recently brought out a wonderful bright pigment, which is like the old crazy colour, but it doesn't come out on your clothes, and it really is bright, which is incredible considering they're such a natural product as well. And the shampoos and finishing products, well, I think they're far superior to anything else you can get on the market.
So do you, when you're working in the shop, how do you sort of assess what the situation is on the floor, who's putting their weight, who isn't, where something might be improvable?
I keep my eye out, and I seem to have selective hearing. I can't hear very well, but I can hear everything. I can hear a mile away, and I like a particular chair in the shop so I can see everything and hear everything. And also I listen to the valued members of staff as well. They'll give me constructive criticism about things. But there doesn't seem to be too many, not normally too many problems anyway. Crystal Palace is 4 years today, and we've got the fizz out, and some of the staff have made cakes. One's brought cakes from Brighton. She travels from Brighton to work here, and that's how much she loves it here. She loves it. And we love her here. She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. 4 years. And so they wanted to do it. It wasn't my idea. They wanted to do it. And so I had to say yes, and I think it's cost me absolutely nothing. So they put nearly everything into themselves because they want to enjoy themselves. Good luck to them. Great. Let's do it every day. And we've been going around the local businesses and inviting them in if they want to come in and have a chat about hair and have a drink. So it's been great.
Even raindrops pour in rhythm, pour, swing is in the air. That swingy little thing is in the air, and everything is okie dokie, positively okay.
See ya.
Are you very happy? Very happy.
Oui, c'est magnifique, c'est magnifique. J'adore, j'adore. Ouh là là.